PBS, working together in new ways to bridge the classroom to the community in the digital age.
Explore new ideas and new worlds here on Arizona PBS, a community service of Arizona State University.
Tickets are now available for the annual Walter Cronkite Award for Excellence in Journalism Luncheon, held Monday, November 21st at the Sheraton Grand Phoenix. Join media industry and community leaders in honoring this year's recipient, award-winning journalist and CBS Evening News anchor Scott Pelley. The annual Walter Cronkite Award for Excellence in Journalism Luncheon. cronkite.asu.edu/luncheon.
Coming up next on Arizona PBS, Life and World.
Her career has taken her from print to PBS to the moderator of vice presidential debates. Her name is Gwen Ifill.
We were children of immigrants who came here from Panama and Barbados. They chose to be Americans. I had a brief goal to be a ballerina, and that wasn't really for me.
But you can dance. I've seen you on the dance
floor.
It's
not ballet. Just saying.
The History Makers is proud to
Friday night at 7:30 on Arizona PBS. Support for Arizona PBS comes from viewers like you and from
Entre las calles que nací, en la mano llevo un dulce y en la otra el corazón. Soy alegre cuando salgo, soy la risa donde voy.
Lights of the World International Light Festival is coming to Phoenix. Life-size dinosaur exhibit, daily acrobatic shows, and over 25 acres of light displays. November 18th through January 29th at Rawhide Wild Horse Pass. Information at lightsoftheworldus.com.
I'm David Goldstein, owner of Biltmore Loan and Jewelry. We buy or loan on upscale assets. We have over 30 years of experience in determining values of automobiles, jewelry, art, collectibles, and antiques. For more information and appointments, biltmoreloan.com.
From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
Director of National Intelligence James Clapper formally submitted his resignation. What Senator John McCain had to say about Clapper stepping down.
And President-elect Donald Trump's transition team met with leaders of minority advocacy organizations. What was discussed behind closed doors in Washington.
Plus, an Arizona State University club helps raise puppies with a purpose. We introduce you to the first dog from that program that is heading to a new home.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Janelle Kernkamp.
And I'm Veronica Acosta. Thank you for joining us.
Director of National Intelligence James Clapper says he's formally submitted his resignation. Clapper has long said he planned to retire at the end of the Obama administration, and he told the House Intelligence Committee on Thursday that he submitted his letter of resignation on Wednesday evening. Committee members jokingly asked him to stay on for perhaps 4 more years, but Clapper said his wife would probably have a problem with that. Senator John McCain released a statement today regarding Clapper's resignation. He said, as Director of National Intelligence, Lieutenant General Clapper has served at a time he described as beset by more challenges and crises around the world than any time in his career. Through all of this, Lieutenant General Clapper has provided steady leadership for the intelligence community and wise counsel to the President and the Congress. I wish Lieutenant General Clapper and his family well in his approaching retirement, and I thank him for his long and distinguished service to our nation.
President Obama is in Germany today meeting with Chancellor Angela Merkel. It's the last time President Obama will be overseas until he leaves the White House in January. Obama called on President-elect Donald Trump to stand up to Russia.
My hope is that the president-elect coming in takes a similarly constructive approach, finding areas where we can cooperate with Russia, where our values and interests align, but that the president-elect also is willing to stand up to Russia.
President Obama also says he wants to stay out of other people's politics, but would welcome Chancellor Merkel for another term, and says she's one of the United States' closest allies.
House members who wanted to lift the ban on such so-called pork barrel spending said it's an important tool for lawmakers who know the needs of local constituents. But that argument did not appear to sway the House Republican caucus, which pulled the measure before it could come up for a vote. Claire Caulfield was in Washington, D.C. for the story.
This is the second year Republicans have voted on whether to overturn the ban on lawmakers sneaking special local projects into the budget. Senator Jeff Flake says the practice is wasteful and corrupting.
And it leveraged higher spending everywhere, because once you had an earmark in a bill, you didn't dare oppose that bill or your earmarks might get stripped. So the bills just kept getting bigger and bigger. It's one of the reasons we have as big a debt as we have today.
At the height of this practice in 2006, there were 16,000 earmarks encompassing about $35 billion. The three Republicans who proposed overturning the ban today say Congress has a constitutional right to power of the purse. However, Flake said the timing of this amendment seemed off.
So, when people are trying to bring it back, you say, why? If we're trying to drain the swamp, you don't feed pork to the alligators.
In Washington, D.C., Claire Caulfield, Cronkite News.
The Republican National Committee was the scene of a conversation between President-elect Donald Trump's transition team and leaders of minority advocacy organizations. Reporter Sabella Scalise is in Washington, D.C. with what went on behind closed doors.
A week after the elections and days after Latino group leaders requested to meet with the president-elect's transition team, they, along with 25 other elected officials from minority groups, had their request granted to meet here at the RNC. Wednesday's meeting followed a campaign season during which President-elect Trump often made headlines with his comments attacking certain minority groups. But members of those groups who were here say they hope dialogue in meetings like this will help remedy a negative narrative.
What we've heard are solutions. I think what we have seen and what we've heard are new models to solve old problems. We have downstairs a group of folks who are directly connected to people at the city level, at the county level, and at the state level. These individuals have great constituencies, and they've been servicing them in an elected official capacity, so they're closest to the problems.
Arturo Vargas was part of a coalition of Latino groups that said last week they were willing to work with the incoming Trump administration, but were also prepared to push back.
Questions remain. We continue to have questions, and that's why we're here. We want to be able to understand how this administration is going to put itself together when it takes office on January 20th.
Another host of the gathering came away from the meeting with a positive outlook.
And, you know, I certainly think that we've had an important first step here today, and we will see how things develop. But, you know, I'm certainly encouraged in terms of the productive conversations we've had today.
The meeting was closed to the media, but members in attendance say this meeting will be one of many in the upcoming weeks and months. In Washington, D.C., Sabella Scalise, Cronkite News.
Meanwhile, a few congressional leaders say President Obama can make a major impact by protecting some undocumented immigrants for good. Dylan Eddy brings us the story from Capitol Hill.
Democrats are urging President Obama to protect young people known as Dreamers, a group of undocumented immigrants who first came here to the United States as children, but now are facing deportation on the first day of a Trump presidency.
We are asking the president to pardon them for their undocumented status, which by definitions happened when they were juveniles and children brought here by their parents.
Leaders of this action say it's the president's responsibility to do everything he can to keep these young people safe.
We urge the president to use his authority found in Article 2 of the Constitution to grant a pardon for the immigration violations of these young people.
The Democrats have blamed the Dreamers' fears of deportation on the rhetoric used by President-elect Trump during his campaign. Many of these immigrants are uncertain of the future.
The fear is widespread and it's dangerous. We will be working over the coming months to identify as many ways as we can to help our fellow Americans protect themselves and make their families and children safe.
Congresswoman Lofgren said that this pardon would not solve all issues faced by immigrants, but it would help to eliminate fear.
They wouldn't have a green card, they wouldn't have a piece of paper, they wouldn't have work authorization, but they wouldn't have to be living in fear every moment of their lives about deportation.
We reached out to Arizona Representative Paul Gosar for a statement, and he told us that illegal immigration is immoral and wrong, and these pardons are unnecessary and condone illegal behavior. Reporting from Washington, Dylan Eddy, Cronkite News.
New medical advances to treat coronary artery disease are being used here in the Valley.
Coming up on Cronkite News, we take a look at how a new dissolvable heart stent could help treat the leading cause of death in the United States.
Plus, what the Arizona Humane Society is doing to combat animal hoarding.
I think I finally found my hallelujah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life now. All my dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment. It's good to be alive right about now. Now.
Tickets are now available for the annual Walter Cronkite Award for Excellence in Journalism Luncheon, held Monday, November 21st at the Sheraton Grand Phoenix. Join media industry and community leaders in honoring this year's recipient, award-winning journalist and CBS Evening News anchor Scott Pelley. The annual Walter Cronkite Award for Excellence in Journalism Luncheon. cronkite.asu.edu/luncheon.
A new device to treat coronary artery disease is being used right here in the Valley. Cronkite News reporter Zach Moran shows us how this dissolvable heart stent could help treat the leading cause of death in the United States for both men and women.
Tommy D was lounging in his office after playing golf when his wife found him in the middle of a medical emergency.
She came by my office, and she doesn't do that very often. She saw me gasping.
D went into cardiac arrest and was rushed to Abrazo Heart Hospital.
Most people don't make it, and that's what the doctors and the nurses told me. They said, you're very fortunate that you made it, because clinically you were dead.
2 days later, he walked out of the hospital with some of the latest medical technology in his heart, a dissolvable stent.
I felt good after, when I left the hospital, I felt good.
The stent is made of a completely dissolving material that disappears completely in about 3 years. It allows a treated artery to pulse and flex naturally when doing everyday activities.
As a starting point, this is a great stent. So you're going to see much more modification of this technology. So I think it's going to have a very important place going forward.
Abrazo Heart Hospital is one of the first Valley hospital systems to use this procedure after it was FDA approved in July. Dr. Mehta says these new stents could replace the metallic stents, which have long been the standard for treating clogged arteries.
This is a very exciting field for us because there are more things we have to fight coronary artery disease, to treat more patients, keep them away from the hospital, keep them healthier longer.
And this is the hope for Dee, who looks forward to having completely treated arteries with no sign of a stent.
The fact that it's going to dissolve in 3 to 4 years, I'm happy with that.
But for now, he's looking forward to getting back to his favorite pastime, hitting the links.
Probably next Wednesday, I'll play golf.
Dee begins cardiac rehab this week. In Phoenix, Zach Moran, Cronkite News.
It's a problem that the Humane Society sadly sees too often. Last year, there were 179 reported cases of animal hoarding. Alexis Dukrath is live in the broadcast center with details on a new city ordinance to help combat the problem.
Up until recently, animal hoarding was not defined as a crime or punishable by law in the city of Phoenix. However, the City Council recently passed a new ordinance changing that. The goal is to help the animals as well as the person who is hoarding them.
Just because somebody has a lot of animals doesn't mean that they're a hoarder.
These animals can have many medical conditions.
Mostly we worry about malnutrition or parasites, infectious diseases that might spread around in close quarters, a lot of animals present, respiratory infections, worms,
You'll see everything from open wounds, they'll be emaciated because they're not getting enough nourishment that they need, they'll be matted, they'll have, overgrown toenails.
And taking care of them requires a lot of work.
If they come to us with obvious signs of disease, then we will quarantine them just to keep them separate so we're not spreading disease to any of our other animals.
Not only do the animals need help in these situations, but so do the people hoarding them.
Oftentimes they're in denial. They do love these animals, so they think the minimal care they're providing is enough, but clearly it isn't.
These types of hoarders are often associated with mental health problems, and that was taken into consideration with the new ordinance passed by the Phoenix City Council.
It's very important that people get help. And it's just as important to keep the animals safe, but we have to have a holistic approach.
The council felt it was necessary to get this passed.
When we go out and there's an actual hoarding case, it is also an animal cruelty case, because usually unsafe means lack of food, lack of water, feces everywhere, starvation. We've had cannibalism. These are pretty horrific cases.
Getting people and animals the help they need in these situations is top priority.
If you see something, say something, because at least we can go check it out.
These animals can have a hard time finding forever homes.
They can be pack animals. They don't have the socialization of humans, so they're almost feral or wild. So you'll see everything from extremely shy and timid to aggressive.
That doesn't stop the Humane Society from helping.
Hoarding situations are so tough. They're so tough for everyone involved, the people, the animals, and of course our organization. Our mission is ill, injured, and abused homeless animals.
The ordinance is currently in effect. It supplemented Phoenix's existing animal cruelty law. In the broadcast center, Alexa Stukrath, Cronkite News.
With Thanksgiving around the corner, people are thinking about how to cook up their delicious dinner.
And there are many options on how to cook a turkey, but some techniques are more dangerous than others. Coming up on Cronkite News, why firefighters are urging people to not use deep fryers for their turkeys this year.
Temperatures across the valley are in the 70s, but that's all about to change. Why you'll need your coat tomorrow morning.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm always searching to feel like I fit into something.
We are the people that we are because of our past.
I'm just one of many who stopped being silent.
It's just proof of how far we have come.
Make sure in all the hustle and bustle, we don't lose sight of why we're here.
It all boils down to communicating the lives we live.
If you look closely, they've got a story to tell.
It connects with you in a very deep way.
We wish you love, peace, and soul.
Come with us on this great adventure.
I've been getting used to waking up.
Come and play with us.
Onward and onward.
Good ideas open up a whole new world of possibilities.
The more you know about history, the more you know about yourself.
The sky is the limit.
Where I go, there you are.
If you usually deep fry your Thanksgiving turkey, firefighters are urging you to think twice about doing that this year.
Deep frying a turkey is something that's become a go-to on Thanksgiving for many families.
Turkey deep frying kind of got popular probably about 4 or 5 years ago. Actually, I've done it a few times as well, but I've actually switched to the oilless one just because of that issue with the oil.
So it is pretty common. You'll see them all over. That's why we want to make sure people are safe when they're doing it and they do it correctly.
The problem with deep frying your turkey? The hot oil.
We actually suggest you don't use actual oil. You try to go the oilless deep fryer. But if you do want to use the oil deep fryer, make sure your turkey is dry. That's the big key. Any water will make that oil boil over and then get down to that flame.
And the outcome of a turkey fryer fire can be a devastating one.
We've had some severe burns, lifelong burns. Luckily, we haven't had any fatalities in the last 10 years from those, but we've had injuries associated with them, arms, hands, face. It's just dangerous. You've got superheated oil and you've got an active flame.
The Phoenix Fire Department does offer some tips on staying safe when it comes to cooking this Thanksgiving.
Make sure you have a proper up-to-date fryer, that you know that you're filling it up to the exact height that it needs to be with the oil. You have a fire extinguisher nearby. You've heated the oil to the exact amount that it needs to be, and that do not put that frozen turkey in there. All the stores sell them frozen. You need to have a fresh turkey, or buy a frozen turkey a couple days before and make sure that it's thawed out properly.
The National Fire Protection Association suggests that if you want a deep-fried turkey this Thanksgiving, you buy one through your grocery store, specialty food retailer, or restaurant.
It's finally starting to cool off in Arizona, and the Glendale Fire Department wants everyone to stay warm safely. Glendale Fire urges everyone to use caution with using their heaters and fireplaces. To avoid fires, the fire department advises that fireplaces be cleaned regularly, that fireplace screens are sturdy, and to keep space heaters 3 feet from anything that can burn. And many people around the state may be turning their heaters on tonight.
Tyler Klaus joins us now with the weekend forecast.
Yeah, tomorrow morning is going to be the coldest morning since about March. We actually have freeze warnings in effect in northern and southern Arizona as we take a look at our radar right now. You can see those freeze warnings in effect till about 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's because low temperatures waking up will be about 18 degrees in Flagstaff. It's going to be about 50 degrees when you wake up in Phoenix here, so you definitely need a jacket as you head out the door. But it is going to warm nicely tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. By the time we hit 3 p.m., we should see a high about 77 degrees with sunny skies. That is actually about 2 degrees above normal for this time of year. By about 6 p.m. as you're headed home, about 72 degrees with clear skies. So a beautiful evening on tap for your Friday plans. As we take a look at our radar, Friday remains cloudless, but by the time we get to Saturday, as you notice, we have some clouds and rain off in the San Francisco area. That's associated with a cold front that will be moving our way. But for Saturday here, we are warm, well above average with 83 degrees as a high. Working through Sunday morning here, we can see about 5 p.m. Sunday afternoon, we have this line of storms that is starting to move its way to Phoenix. Still warm here in Phoenix, but by the time we get up to about 3 a.m. Monday morning, we have showers here in the valley, and really those showers stick around all day Monday, dropping down our temperatures by about 10 p.m. That rain will move away, and we will be well below normal temperature-wise on Monday. As we take a look, Saturday, 83 degrees. Sunday, those clouds move in ahead of that cold front with 84 degrees as a high. On Monday, that cold front moves through with an 80% chance of rain, a high of only 67 degrees, which is about 6-7 degrees below normal. Tuesday, we're back to sunny skies, and by the time we get to Thanksgiving on Thursday, 76 degrees with sunny skies. Tyler Klaus, Cronkite Weather.
The ASU club called Sparky's Service Dogs allows students to raise a service animal.
Coming up on Cronkite News, we introduce you to the first dog this club is sending home to a family.
The confidence to lead our country.
This isn't reality television.
I feel like Hamilton reached out from history and wouldn't let me go until I told his story.
I make no apology for my actions. I would do the same again.
How we come so far and yet have so far to go.
Right there, coming up.
In 1920s Melbourne,
careful with the hand luggage. My pistol's in there somewhere and it may still be loaded.
Phryne Fisher is a detective.
Things could get interesting around here.
Thought they already were.
Who isn't afraid to live a little.
I hope you're not concealing a dangerous weapon under that skirt.
I'm concealing a lot of things.
Why do you think you can just run off on your own?
Because I'm carrying a gun.
The irresistible series, Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries.
Saturday night at 10 on Arizona PBS.
Hi, I'm Charlie Rose. As part of the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication at ASU, Arizona PBS is providing a state-of-the-art venue for the next generation of journalists. From newsrooms in Washington, Los Angeles, and here in Phoenix, Students engage in real-time, real-world news reporting, broadcast production, and online innovation. The Cronkite School and Arizona PBS working together in new ways to bridge the classroom to the community in the digital age.
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, but the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost any size or shape. And you decide what you want to explore. Anytime, any place. Break out of the box with PBS.
A few months ago, Cronkite News introduced you to Sparky's Service Dogs, an ASU campus club that helps raise puppies with a purpose. And now the first dog from the program is heading to a new home. Reporter Tyler Finger was there as the Black Lab said goodbye to ASU.
I've actually been around him since the day he opened his eyes.
Some might say the bond between an owner and her dog is like mother and child.
He's my little wiggle worm.
Just ask Arizona State University senior Taylor Randall about Kristoff, and she lights up.
About Kristoff?
For the last year and a half, Kristoff has been by her side, from his first steps in his shoes to the endless belly rubs. Kristoff was in training with ASU Sparky's Service Dogs, with Taylor as his trainer.
So that's him telling me something's wrong?
Taylor has prepared him with all of the skills he'll need to succeed at helping his future owner. But the thing he hasn't prepared her for is leaving.
So it's kind of bittersweet, hard to say goodbye, but you know that they're gonna make a difference in someone else's life, so it's worth it.
After spending almost 2 years training at Arizona State, Taylor said goodbye to Kristoff as he headed off to his new home, where he'll transition from a playful pup to a diabetic alert dog every day.
Sit. Good boy.
This is Mia. She's 6 years old and has type 1 diabetes, but you wouldn't know that by looking at her here. She's full of energy, exactly the way it should be.
Kristoff, help me with my diabetes.
But for Mia's mom, Tiffany, Kristoff is going to do a whole lot more.
Everything that she goes through on a daily basis that no child should go through, to have somebody that loves her and can protect her at the same time and help her is something that most people can't have.
Even before Kristoff's first official day with the family, he was already showing that love.
When she was in the hospital like a week ago, Jessa brought her, and her anxiety went from being terrified to calm in no time.
And as Mia heads home with Kristoff, she's excited about one thing: playtime.
Ball, and we won, and him get me on my back.
Man's best friend making it a little easier for a little girl to have one more reason to smile. In Phoenix, Tyler Finger, Cronkite News.
Kristoff was trained at ASU as part of a partnership with Power Paws Assistance Dogs. If you would like to learn more about them, you can go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's coming up on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
On the next Arizona Horizon, we continue our look at likely changes under the Trump presidency. Next up, healthcare. And we'll hear about the American Indian Excellence Awards. That's the next Arizona Horizon.
I'm Hari Srinivasan on the next NewsHour. Foreign investors lose U.S. visas after their investment project goes bankrupt. That's Thursday on the PBS NewsHour.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
Next time on Father Brown.
That woman killed my son.
A woman facing execution pleads for help.
I'm not guilty.
Father Brown looks into the case.
We have the right woman, I guarantee it.
They never even found a body.
And he finds himself very unwelcome.
Stay away, Father, if you know what's good for you.
You're making things worse for her, Father, not better.
Will he solve this puzzle?
A woman's life hangs in the balance.
Father Brown.
Tonight at 8 on Arizona PBS.
Becoming a sustaining member is so easy. First, choose how much you would like to give every month. $5, $10, a level that works for you. If you would like your automatic contribution to come from your bank account, find your account number and your bank's routing number at the bottom of your checks. If you prefer to give by credit card, just have that handy when you sign up. The last step is to go to our website or give us a call. After just